so cold. Yeah, my heart's sinking like a stone. Cold, I'm so cold. Yeah, my heart is sinking like a stone.
Alright, so this is the final stream that we will be doing for building update night and just the MVP. So this is the final one where we're gonna deploy the app. Hopefully, I don't. I'm still working on it, and I just don't really have high hopes for it. So I think we are already somewhere, and what we're gonna do today is actually deploy it on stream, but the deployment part is a bit hard to show because when there's a lot of all these secrets and stuff, sensitive information, I can't show it on stream, so it's a bit difficult to show the deployment process. But I'm just gonna show you how we're gonna deploy this and what will our strategy be. So just today, we're gonna finish up everything, and right now I have and right now I believe the MCP server and the skill should be up as well. The MCP server, the skill, and the CLI should be up in these public repos already. So these ones will be the important ways that we funnel in the traffic that makes it useful for AI agents to find whatever they need. But I realized that to make it even more useful, I think we need to scrape a lot of data from each of these tools to really make it a comprehensive search. If not, it will be a bit hard. And I realized we didn't do chunking as well. I think we need to do that for the embeddings. Let me just do that. Can you just make sure that the embeddings for the processing to do the semantic retrieval, the embeddings actually does like chunking with like overlap and stuff, so that it's not like an entire chunk of information in just one chunk, so that we can at least have a easier way to like do similarities and stuff, not just the entire chunk itself. That will be a bit hard to do an exact similarity. Okay. Alright. I'll let it do that. And I went ahead and made the mobile app and a Chrome extension as well. Meanwhile, since we have so many terminals anyway, I'll just let it run in the background to let it work. But that's not a priority. But that part is somewhat scaffolded, but I just haven't tested it yet. So the main priority right now is actually to deploy the backend API and the website itself. And we'll get that out hopefully soon. And we still need to record the content for that as well. And once that's done, we can wrap it up for today, and we will maybe we'll do some enhancements tomorrow to just polish it up a bit more. All right. Let me just do today's post as well. And ooh, okay. This is the CLI off. Seems like it's working. What? Alright. So what we're gonna do today is use these tools to deploy, which is using Cloud Code as well. And I think it'll be quite... Come on. I think they'll be quite good at it as well. So we will either use the AWS CLI to create the server and set up the EC2 and everything set up and make sure nothing gets fucked there. And after that, we can set up the CLI for... or either that, or we will use the Hetzner CLI for this to deploy, to create a server on Hetzner instead, using Cloud Code as well. I haven't exactly decided to use AWS or Hetzner, and we're going to use Qualify to do the orchestration of the server itself, and this will install whatever we have. I think this seems to be just installing the CLI, so I think we need to install Qualify itself first. And then what Qualify will do is have a user interface that is sort of like Vercel for us to manage the servers on it, which will be way easier to do deployments and stuff, and you will have built-in CI/CD for that as well. So that will be these three tools. It's only two technically. I haven't decided which one I'll use yet, and that'll be that. Sometimes I'm really like sick of Zen already. Like, it's just blank. The page is just blank, and like the whole tab is just broken. It didn't create a release though. And what's up with this? Hey, Kanchong, I don't have a primary one. I'm streaming mainly on, I would say it's Twitch and YouTube actually. But I saw you just followed on Twitch, right? Because your name is appearing in the spotlight. Yeah, what is going on, man? It says that it is actually released, but I don't see it. Oh, it's actually doing this. What I'm referring to the release is actually the update night CLI and MCP repositories, not the main one. No wonder it's not there. Which means it will be inside... What's wrong with this tab, man? Hey, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Which video was it from? Is it the 5 days one? Are you a developer as well? Okay. So... Let me just check. Oh, okay. What happened then? Like in to do sales as for what? To do sales in what product or like industry? Oh, okay. That's interesting. Is it like for the government or what? Man, I gotta drop that release, man. You should remove the release as well for the one you did for the wrong one, and then the workflows for the actions and stuff, you should migrate it over into the actual folder itself also, not the root level one. Okay, okay. Okay, I'll just swipe this one. Right, right. So what I'm doing here is since Monday I've been building this app called Update Night, and what it's supposed to achieve is, because we have like all these big sea of like developer tools and SDKs, AI libraries, UI components, and all these things scattered everywhere, and we don't know what's good and what's not. So what this is basically just a directory of these things that's already curated. So I've been running a newsletter and a channel that I've been sharing all these tools for a few years already. So I've collected a large collection of all these tools, and what I'm gonna do now is put all of it in one platform where we can have a easy way to do like something like Google to search up these tools that you need. So for example, like if I want a very specific component for designing a landing page, then that will be like, I can search it up on the platform. Yeah, that can be considered one of the tools, but the tools that we share is actually more niche. I would say like these are considered tools as well, like these CLIs that you can actually plug into like Cloud Code to actually help you deploy stuff as well. These are the ones also considered tools. So it's technically anything under the sky, but it's more of like a curated collection such that it's already vetted that these are actually good and not just some random project that's abandoned and stuff like that. I will like look at it manually, but I've started like quite a number of projects as well, but I wouldn't say that everything is good here, because I just looked at what usually I will look at like this number of stars, but then nowadays like the stars count don't really say much about it anymore, because you can just simply buy stars, and there's like a black market on GitHub now that you can like just buy all these stars and then like just spike the traction, and then people use that to like pitch it to VCs to raise money and that. So it's not a telltale sign now with like the stars and stuff, but definitely we caught over the years, we have caught a lot of things like OpenClaw, Hermes. All those were like way before like they went viral, and we already knew like those tools were already out there, and we shared it on the Telegram and Discord server as well. So you can go to updatenight.com. It's currently a newsletter. Yeah, I wanted Update Night to be like a community where it went back, it goes back to like the initial phase. It wasn't called Update Night yet, it was called Division Null, and that was the Discord server where I wanted the people to share like all these things as well. But the whole premise of why I started this was because I keep finding all these tools and people ask me like, where do I find it from, and then I didn't have a place to share all these things, so I made a Discord server to share all of them. And the problem is that, let me just pull up the Discord server then. So this was the Discord server. We have shared like many years of like tools everywhere, across like many different topics. So we don't have like a focus, man. I feel like it's more towards developers, I would say, but it's hard. But it's like, if I would say like from what we have shared so far, I would say mostly it's targeted at developers. So all of it will be scraped from the Discord server and Telegram and then pumped into the platform here, which is the hard part that I'm trying to figure out here. Essentially, the platform itself isn't that hard to build at all, but it's the scraping part to get the data in is the one that I'm struggling with right now, which is the main blocker that's preventing us from deploying it actually. Once I have that done, I will just deploy it. And what I'm thinking is I'm just gonna scrape everything to my local one first, and I'm just gonna ask Cloud Code to dump the database and deploy, copy over that export into the production build as well, and then we don't have to like scrape it twice. That will be a lot of work. Okay, it's missing a bit of things as well that I'm just tightening up like the things here and there. But I really want this to be out already, and I have to deploy it today. So we also have like skills as well that I was doing earlier. Like you can plug this into Cloud Code as well, or you can use the MCP server or the CLI with the skill. And this will be like for the AI agents, like if you ask Cloud Code to develop something, let's say the thing I was building last week was like a thumbnail maker. And to know like what is a good virtualization, let's say if you have like 1 million thumbnails, you need to virtualize that gallery first, such that it won't like cause any performance issues. So to know what is a good library to do that, you will need to go and search it up on Google or GitHub and manually vet through like the ones that are available. And what we will have is already built in. So once you use the skill or the MCP, it will just use it to search it up, something that's useful for them to do this virtualization, and depending on what stack it's using as well. And that will be the value add here that we are addressing. Actually, there are a lot of like tool directories as well. The one I got inspiration from is actually this. And this one is for tools. And it's all tools basically. But it's somewhat different, because when you look at what we are doing, it's actually not exactly these. It's more developer focus. Yeah, definitely. I've not looked at the code so far. But in a way, the way we are doing it is a lot more targeted, because I already know what exactly I want to do, what is the tech stack, what is the approach that we should use. So it's still vibe coding, I guess, but it's more targeted. So this one is for Mac, and yeah, I wanted to do like a Netflix kind of thing as well, with like the multiple rows of like different categories and stuff. That's what I was trying to achieve. But I think we have to iron out like the base thing first before we get the polishing of the UI. That might be in tomorrow's stream. Okay, this is taking a while. Let me just see if I can even launch it. A target? Like, what target are you saying? So the challenge here is to build the app within 5 days. So this is already the 5th day, and we're gonna deploy it. Yeah, that's basically it. So we're gonna deploy it today, and what we're gonna do is hopefully by Sunday we'll get 1 sale. That's the goal. And 1 sale can be anything actually, because I have done it such a way where we have a sponsorship route as well to feature any tool they want in the featured homepage. That can be a sale as well. So either that, or the other way is through a subscription. So the way the tiers work in this is that it's kind of like Cloud Code, where you have like limits to do a limited amount of searches per day, and within like a 5-hour window kind of thing, and a weekly limit as well. But I haven't exactly seen how that works yet, because I did that last night and let it just keep running using the new Go command in Cloud Code. So that's what I'm trying to do now to get the server running, and hopefully we can test that. What's going on here? It's the MCP server again. I think this might be because like the order we start the server in or something, like, and like it, because the MCP server starts with bundev as well, so I don't have the authentication done yet, and then it's timing out because of that. I think shouldn't it wait for me to do the authentication first through the MCP? Wait, where is my, why was that not sent? So what I'm gonna do today is to deploy it, and I don't know how that will go because that will fully depend on whatever we can achieve here. But I think we can just start deploying even if we don't have a finished polished product. At least we have it deployed, and then we can just use the CI/CD pipeline to deploy the updates as well. So we'll do that in a bit as well, and I'll be doing that using either AWS or Hetzner to do that. So I'll ask Cloud Code to use the CLI, either the Hetzner CLI or AWS, to create a server and set up everything, especially with like AWS, there's so much overhead to set up in the UI and stuff, so that'll be easy. But I think to set up the credentials using IAM as well, that will be a headache for the CLI to work. And then I'll install Qualify, and using the Qualify CLI, Cloud Code will set up all the deployment and stuff for our repo, and then that will be it. Hopefully that will be smooth. From what I envision, it's just a create server and then just deploy it. That's like a two-step thing. I don't know how long that will take though. And AWS, I really have no idea like what unforeseen issues that would be for that. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Actually, the extension, nice. But it's like I hit the gradient, man, and it looks like Twitch. It does nothing, but that's fine. The Chrome extension and the mobile app isn't the priority now, so I'll just let it be. And then once we have the base out, and we'll work on the mobile app and the Chrome extension in the coming weeks as well. Why can't I resize this? Oh man, what's this issue now? It looks like a caching issue. Wait, this is like something to do with Metro, and like the mobile app was doing something with it. Let me just paste it in this one. Okay. Can you just run bun dev confirm after you have fixed, and then just, if there's more issues, just continue fixing the issues until it's completely fixed. What? I can't even start the server though. I can't even start the server though. It's just crashing. Or is this not the issue here? This is the full thing. And the deployment part, I'm not sure how we can do it as well, because there will be like a lot of sensitive information I can't show with like the different keys and stuff as well. So I'm not sure what I can show on stream. But and I want to do a video on deploying with those CLI as well, because I don't think anyone has done this before, using Cloud Code to deploy via AWS CLI or Hetzner CLI and then using Qualify to orchestrate everything. In fact, I'm not sure if there is a deploy CLI. Do they have this? Ah, they do have it as well. Okay. Okay. This is another one. Alright. But I'm more familiar with Qualify, so I'm just gonna use Qualify and do that. But I think the performance is more... It's not as good on Qualify as compared to Deploy from what I heard. And I might just try Deploy honestly, if that's better. Maybe I'll just try Deploy and see how it goes. So that will be... And I'll make a video on this. So I can't drag it around. Oh, it's so weird, like the way the dimensions work. It doesn't... Okay, by the way, you can see this live stream calendar kind of thing on, if you just type schedule in chat, the bot will send the link to this. So I try to have like a different thing every day as well, so that it's interesting. And for next week onwards, we will start building something else already, and that will be, I think it will take a month's time to build, which I'll just drag it all the way to 18. That will be a long build, and that will be a 1 month build. This one is a 1 week build, which I overestimated like how much complexity there was. If there's any issues with Twitch as well, just let me know, because in the past few streams we still have issues. When I watched the replay, I realized we were like lagging on Twitch again. And that usually happens when I'm recording like something on stream. And that's where I record the long form content. So there'll be one of the videos on YouTube just came out at 12 p.m. and another one is scheduled for, I believe it's 7 p.m. or something. And then we'll have another video talking about the deployment here at maybe tomorrow afternoon, or maybe tomorrow night. So we might have either 3 videos today or 2 videos today and 2 videos tomorrow. I think it's better to do 2 and 2. And then we will do the short form content as well on stream. And for that, what I was planning to do for that as well was actually doing the deployment, doing the same thing as this as well, to make one long form content and a short form content around this. And if I look at what my original ideas was, I was planning to do a video on Notion as well, and then a video on MCP UI versus app. So a lot of people only know MCP as it is, but there's actually a new standard called MCP apps as well, which allows you to embed like actual UIs into like Claude and ChatGPT. So that's a whole completely different thing, and I thought that would be interesting to cover as well. And a lot of the other content, it will be related to what we are gonna start building next week as well. And hopefully, I'm not sure yet, but there's things to announce next week with regards to whatever we're gonna build. So that will be maybe in Thursday or Friday stream. That will be the announcement for next week. Okay. Come on. Oh man. Man, I shouldn't have started on a mobile app, man. That created so much more issues. Okay, this one is done. Let me just check. Okay. It's released. So seems good. Okay. So this is the CLI. This is the skill, and this skill links to the CLI, I believe. It should link to the CLI. Can you just update the skill apps/skill to actually use the CLI instead? Because that's what normally people do for skills. Okay, that's for CLI, and nice, we have the batch as well. Okay, and we have the MCP server as well. All of them is up. All right. And can you link it on the website as well, like somewhere to like the MCP server and CLI, such that people can use it? And I think we should lock the MCP. I don't know, maybe we just put it, if we put it in the header, it's a bit cluttered. There's too much already. Maybe we should put it inside of the user nav drop down, or in the footer as well. I think we can put in both. No, it doesn't paste anything. Okay. It seems like it's working already. Okay. Man, this is like offset from the center or something. How do I authenticate with the CLI? I mean, I have to go inside here to interact with it, I think. Yeah. So I can't do that. And this is what we have now. So I think it's very clean already. I think maybe you can have like a drop down or something using the ShadCN. They have like a component for like a hover, maybe just a simple drop down, that's fine already. And put it in the header as well. I think just put it in the header for, I don't know, connect. And then when you open it, we have a skill, a MCP server, and then a CLI. And we have to add a link to the documentation as well, so that should be configured. It can be configured in the env, and don't show any secrets here because this is live. Just put the, actually I think it will show because it's gonna edit the env. Just add an env and then update the example to have the docs URL as well for the web env. Okay, I'll just leave it to run. And why does this not follow the man? And a lot of this is not done as well, like especially with the search. Okay, okay. It doesn't look like the Shatsian components though. I feel like this is so... Can you kill the server? Okay, I'll kill the server from where it's running from inside Cloud Code, and then I will run it myself such that I can hasten the CLI off. And let me just... Can you update the CLI off page to follow the page header component that's being used everywhere, and follow the sign-in page with like the inputs and stuff as well, like the buttons using the same variants so that it's consistent everywhere. And it's not exactly vertically centered as well. It's like there's an offset or something making it like scroll. It's not exactly centered. There's like an offset or padding somewhere. Okay. This is still empty because we don't have anything script yet, so that'll be the tough part here. Okay, let me... Alright, let me run the server again. And check any other pages has this issue as well, not following the design system of whatever we have in the other pages. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. MCP. Continue. Approve. Nice! Holy shit. Oh my god, that's so cool, man. Okay, I'm just gonna... Wait. So if you look at the MCP here, it got authorized with like the code. That's so cool, man. It says authorized and then it just redirects back to the home page. That's so cool. But I don't know if there's any way to like manage like the sessions and stuff from Better Off. Whether we can do that. I will keep that in mind. And that looks done. And I think... Can you make the CLI boot up with the bundef, the root space bundef as well, just like the other projects have with like the MCP? All of them will run automatically in when I run bundef. Alright. The UI is so clean. I love it, man. Maybe I'll just set up the AWS CLI first and I'll see how that is. Can you help me set up the AWS CLI? Alright. And maybe the Hetzner CLI as well. And why not we just do it both together? Alright, I'll just do both together meanwhile everything is doing its thing. And so that it's so that everything is running and we don't waste any time. Okay, luckily the ENV doesn't have anything sensitive because it's the web version. So, but because I'm setting up the CLI now for AWS and Hetzner, so I'm just gonna leave it on my other screen while it's running. Okay, I'll just kill the server and the CLI should run as well. Then I can test the CLI together. Can you help me set up Hetzner CLI? It's asking me what is my goal. Personal AWS account. Man, CLIs are so useful. Like, they are more useful than MCPs. But MCPs technically is like the same thing. It's just that CLI has lesser overhead and I would say it's more secure than MCP, and then it's more headless. Because MCP is like an entire server that's running, but a CLI is just a CLI. Okay. I need to... I'm not sure if AWS is installed or not. What? Okay. I'm going to go into my AWS account and set this up. So okay, it's actually installed. So I'm just gonna go into the account and create the IAM user for this guy so that it can do its thing. And it will... I guess we can set up the EC2 server first, meanwhile, while we do this. And set up the server, everything first. And then we can just deploy already, honestly. We'll just deploy. And deploy whatever we have here, and then we'll just get it out first. And then we'll continue to iterate. And then the deployment is done. So that we don't do the deployment last minute in case there's a lot of overheads that we don't realize at this point. So I don't know why my deck isn't working. I think I gotta restart then. I gotta restart this. This is not working. Man, it's crashing again. What? This time we included the CLI and it's crashing. Yeah, it's the same issue with like the tokens as well. I think the CLI has the same issue with like the MCP server. So like the MCP server waits a bit before crashing and everything. So because of that, I can't launch Bandev at all. And I'm not even sure if like the CLI is included in the run or not. I don't see it anywhere. Okay, it's working now. So I'm just gonna set up the AWS credentials, and then I guess we're just the vendor heads now for now. I'm just gonna go with AWS, and I'll connect it, and we'll create a EC2. Now it excludes it. Why did you exclude it then, instead of adding the cooldown like MCP does for the authentication? Wow, there are two FA like asked for two different codes, like the first and the second code. That's a first that I have seen. So I need to wait for the second OTP code for this to work. What? Okay. All right. Okay. Trying to log in. I think they have like a temporary login credential kind of thing. I think that's way better than like a permanent access IAM token. Okay. I think it has logged in. Okay, we're logged in. Ah, this is rude. Okay. But that's fine for now, since we don't have exactly much on the account. So what I'm gonna do is make a new session. You need to deploy an EC2 in the Singapore region that's ideally like the cheapest one. Right now we have 1000 credits, and just let me know what you're gonna deploy first before you actually deploy it, and ask me whether there's any, if there's any other questions, just ask me first before you create the server. Then give me the credentials here. No, don't give me the credentials here. Help me set up deploy. Help me set up deploy on it, and then give me like the URL to visit to set it up. To set up the, I don't know, I think deploy you need to set up the deploy itself first, then you can install the deploy CLI to interface with it. What? Okay. It should do that. It's gonna set up the server and set up deploy, and it's gonna deploy it. I hope that's how it will work. Alright. While it's doing its thing, let me try again the local one, and hopefully the local one will work fine. AWS CLI is configured. Yes. Existing key pair. No, create a new one. I have a domain. Use Wrangler CLI to configure the DNS for update9.com. Point to it. But for now, use the subdomain first for testing. Right. All right. I'm gonna deploy it in a. It's using T3 small. Okay. On Ubuntu and then deploy, and then it will deploy that. So this repo is on GitHub, by the way. Set up the CI/CD together with deploy. Okay. It will deploy it in a subdomain, and then we can test that. Once that's done, I will switch the proxy, the DNS to connect the Cloudflare. The main domain now will be this platform once this is up, and our newsletter will be on a subdomain. That will be that. So this, I don't think this will take a long time. But now the CLI is running as well. Oh, okay, okay. 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 All right. Why isn't the connect drop down using like actual drop down items, but you're doing the link on the text itself? Okay. Also, the formatting of the icons and the text is fucked in the user nav for the CLI MCP server and skill. Can you just fix it and use different icons, not all the same, please? And where is the documentation, by the way? Can you link the documentation? Where's the documentation? I don't see the link anywhere in the header or anywhere, man. Okay, okay. It's creating the instance. That's cool. But I will ask it to harden the server as well. Make sure everything is fine. Alright. Back to this. I asked one of the agents to make a documentation as well, so it just needs to be linked somewhere here, and then it will be, hopefully it will be up. You rename the AI chat in the header to just chat and put it next to search instead, and then remove the skills and MCP sections from there as well. We don't need that yet, I think. Or maybe combine the skills, MCP and tools, the one in the header, into a drop down as well, like the one you did for connect, and that would be under directory. I think that would be better. And then move the chat next to search, the news next to directory, and the dashboard. I think dashboard should be the first. Library next to the dashboard. It's crazy how convenient this is. Like, we already have it deployed. The instance is up already. Now it's configuring the DNS. Insane, man. And I've never even lifted a finger yet, and everything is getting deployed. So the Wrangler token doesn't have a DNS right, which means it can't do that. Now it's doing the deploy install. It SSH in and it did the installation inside of deploy. That's so cool. It's so cool, man. Like the last time we did this, everything was like so manual. Now the fact that you can even do this now is pretty insane. Because like with like the infra side of things, like deployment and stuff, these things are like so tedious. And usually when I do these, it will take like half a day to like get everything up. And now it's like within like 5 minutes, everything is already up and running. Everything is connected already. I don't think it has done the deployment yet. It's setting up deploy first, and after that it should connect. It should use the deploy CLI to set up the repo and deploy it. This is so cool. I forgot to mention. You need to set up a Postgres as well with PG Vector. And I don't know if deploy supports PG Vector or not. That might be an issue actually. And our main database is MongoDB. That might be an issue actually. Let me just check. PG Vector deploy. If they don't support, then that's it, man. Yeah, they don't support it. Oh my god. Wait, do they support it? Oh, I just changed the Docker image. Okay. This one has 10 million downloads, but it's archived. This one has 50 million downloads. So this should be the correct one then. Alright. That should set everything up. And this will be my first time using deploy as well. I'm excited to see how is the experience like as compared to Qualify. Because Qualify, I feel like the interface is not as, I would say it's not as modern, and if we count modern as like black and white minimal theme, then that's modern. Then Qualify definitely doesn't live up to that, because like the buttons are all like squared and then it's like using a yellow and purple tint. That's just the color scheme, but I just don't, the vibe that it gives is just not very modern. And it's still in beta as well, but deploy, I think it's already in stable, I think. Is deploy in stable? Yes. Is Qualify in stable? Okay. V4 is considered stable, but it's still in beta. It is heavily being used in self-hosted environments. Alright. Okay. Yes, you should install the CLI so that you can deploy it for me, like deploy the update night thing for me. I'm not sure if the CLI should be installed at our here or there. I think the CLI should be installed at our computer, right? Then we should connect the CLI from here to there, but you need to create an API key there through the API such that we can connect to it. Okay. Alright. Let's look at Let's come back to this. Okay. I think we need to move search and chat to after directory and news instead. Okay, I'm just gonna try the scraping, and I'm gonna try scraping a bunch and see how that goes. Once that's done, we okay. So let me scrape. What? Like the page. Every time I go to this page, it's like hang. Man, let me just fix this, man. Can you fix the scrape admin scrape page? Because sometimes I go to the page, then it just hangs, like the whole tab is just frozen. I don't know what's happening with that. There's something to do with that page that's causing this when I load the page. And other times, I think before some changes, it wasn't like this one. All this wasn't possible before AI, man, and before like dotplot and codify exists as well, and before this skill era with like having skills and CLIs. All of these combined together make this possible to do this automation of deployments. Alright, the documentation as well. Where was it? Where's the documentation link, man? Okay, it says it's fixed. So let me just duplicate. Alright. Okay. Where's the documentation again? Can you add a link to the documentation to the header? Like it's not anywhere in the header yet. And the documentation link is from the ENV actually. Okay. This time round it should add it. And I think we want to move the search as well. Can you move the search and chat next to the avatar icon as well, in using icons? Like one is a chat icon, the other one is a search icon, and then it will just go to the pages as well. It's just a different way of showing. Oh, it's inside here. Where? Okay, that should do its thing. Let's see the admin panel. Let's see how is it. I don't know why I can't expand. Yeah, it's still frozen, man. What? Yeah, the page itself is still frozen, man. It might be because of the GitHub stars that scrape sources that drop down when I click on it. I think that's when it froze. I think maybe there's too many options there or something. I don't know. Oh my god. What is this now? The thing with 10 stack start is I really don't know where the source of the origin, where the issue comes from. That's the whole problem with 10 stack start. But Next.js makes it easy to really find where the file, which file the error like issue came from. Which is why initially I didn't like 10 stack because of this. And the whole developer experience was better on Next.js. That was the whole reason why I wanted to use Next.js. But then with the recent React CV and stuff, just got sick of it. Maybe we should put it as discover, I think. Can you change the text of the directory to discover instead and make discover the first tab and then make the next one news and then remove the dashboard and library after them. It's still trying to register an account on Dogploy, which is taking a while. It seems like he's not figuring out how to do the registration or something. It's like stuck. Should we just remove the... I think just remove the chevron down, man. I think just leave it as normal looking buttons. I think it will look fine. Because if you click on it, you will assume that you are going to the directory, then it will say like which one you want to go, and then you connect, which one you want to connect to. I think that's fine. We also need a full SEO optimization as well. That's also missing, but I think that's not exactly required for MVP yet. Okay, now it's way cleaner, like that. Way cleaner, man. You can update the search page such as the search actually spans the full width of the content and it's actually using the StratCN components like the button and the input, and use the large variant of it for both the button and the input. And the chat is a bit, I don't know, man. We don't have a chat history yet or something for the chat page. So maybe we should exclude it first, or I don't know. I'll just leave it in first. Okay. Then we will polish it up again. I need to make sure everything is like locked behind. I need to make sure everything is locked behind a proper auth and security as well. I'll need to do that audit first before we actually publish it out. Okay, it managed to create an API key, I think, on deploy. Now we are trying to do the CLI auth or something. It's using the deploy API to set up everything. Why not just use the CLI, man? So I'll just record the video on the deployment and stuff. Once this is done, I'll just record that video and then we will edit it. And then that will be the final video, I guess. But maybe we can do another video walking through like the content and stuff. Maybe that will be tomorrow. Like walking through like whatever we have here, and then that will be like the published demo or something like that. And that will be the video. So today's video will be the deployment. For tomorrow's video will be the actual website itself. Like a walkthrough of all the features and stuff. Okay, let's try out the scraping again. I hope it's fine now. Yeah. I also don't know what's causing this. Let me open the... I can't even open the developer console in the first place as well. Like, I need to open it beforehand such that it will show it whatever is happening before it crashes. We were like disconnected for like a few seconds, man. I really need to kick. Okay, we're still up. Okay. Let me just check X as well. I didn't even post the X one because it just wouldn't start unless like the time just starts. Like it wouldn't start the stream unless I start. Unless the time is up. Man. Zen is also another issue, man. I really want to get off Zen, but there's just no better alternative. Helium is a good one, but it just doesn't have sync. That's the whole problem with Helium. Oh. I can't even ungroup the tabs. This thing is crazy. I can't even ungroup the tabs here because I'm trying to refresh the stream on Kick and it's refreshing my Twitch stream. I can't even go to the other tabs as well. Everything else is like, you know what? I'm just gonna close close Zen altogether, and we're gonna reboot Zen. Okay, that should. And then Zen like doesn't quit after like until like a few minutes later as well. And it takes super long to open Zen, man. Okay. What? Huh? What? Why does closing one tab close all of them? And I can't even open them back. Oh yeah, on TikTok I think we have like 17 followers now. Okay. Alright. Okay. Huh? Okay, we're up on everything. And oh my god. It'll still be a long time until we can stream on TikTok. And I need to share it manually as well for that to appear in my feed. Okay. And yeah, we have 21 now. So we are like almost halfway there to 50 followers. And then we will be able to live stream on TikTok as well. Hopefully the minimum is 50, not 500. That would be insane. 500, when will we be able to live stream on TikTok? If you look at like other content creators, like when do they even start live streaming? Isn't the live streaming like the one that's helping TikTok drive traffic or something? Why is there like random errors here and there, man? Let me log in. And once again, I can't switch the scenes again. Come on, man. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we're in. Hey, Rahana, welcome back. Where are you from, by the way? Let's go back to the admin panel. I was still trying to troubleshoot this issue here, so yeah, I really have no idea. Like, there's no errors or anything. It's just frozen, man. The script page is still frozen. As soon as I go in, it's frozen already. I really don't know what's wrong with that page. It didn't used to be like that, but now it's like so fucked. I can't even look at the console. The console doesn't even say any errors or anything. I don't know what's going on. Can you ask advisor for help? Ah, what time is it there? If I don't press anything, will anything happen? No. Okay. Okay. I realize when I press the number, like the script sources, the number of counts to input, that drop down is the one that's causing the crash. As soon as I click into it, the page just hangs. Oh, that's like midnight already. At here it's 3:34 p.m. and that's like a 14-hour difference. That's a long way from here, man. And Singapore is 3:34 p.m. The deployment is still doing its thing, so just let it do its thing. And I'm using the go command for everything as well. Yeah. I mean, it's the same everywhere. Anyway, it's 35 here as well, so it's only the hour that's different. We have the same minute everywhere in the world. Are you a developer also, by the way? Or are you a builder? Not in mobile? What do you mean by not in mobile? So you're doing everything except mobile. Yeah. I thought the stream delay is quite long on YouTube as well. I didn't think it was this instant actually. Okay, this should be fixed now, I think. Why is it even okay, the CLI is now set up. And now it's deploying the Mongo and PG vector. And then it will create the apps, the backend and the web. So it's still deploying. Oh. Wait, what do you mean? Like, so you don't do... So you're not a developer or are you a developer? Okay, this one should be fixed. Okay. What? Huh? I click on 10 and then the page freeze again. What's going on, man? Can you ask like Claude? Can you ask advisor for help? I really don't know what's up with this page. It wasn't like this before, but it's just so fucked now. Oh. Ooh. Then why are you watching my streams then? I'm purely doing like developer and building things. It's not exactly like anything that's general, but technically I'm building like a startup here. All right, yeah. Like the week after there's nothing, right? Is it the holiday or is it like a post-exam break? Or like other people are having exams, so there's you know like this they're doing like the first few days and then the other people are doing the last few days. That's why there's a gap there. Okay, both databases are up now. Now it's gonna deploy our app as well. And then that'll be that. And we should have the thing up soon. Oh, nice. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I mean, nobody else is here. So there are some viewers on Twitch and Kick as well. But I don't think the count is accurate, I think. So, but there's nothing going on, right? So there's no reason to go to school then. And it's still the same. I click on 10 and then that's it. Like the whole page frozen again. What's going on? Is that not the issue, or the issue is somewhere else? What is going on, man? Okay, it's doing the deployment in Docker. And we need the env everything set up as well. I think you need to refer the env that we have here and then use the same values first for now. Use the same values that we have for like the services and stuff, so that you can deploy it successfully. Otherwise, I don't think it will work. But things like the Polar sandbox, you need to set it to false because it's not sandbox anymore. And can you use the MCP to set up the products on Polar as well? Then you can connect it into the env on the production one. I'm already used up like 77% of the 5-hour window, but it resets in an hour 16 minutes. So I think by the time that's up, we will still have usage left. So that's good. And our FOMO used up like this morning's window as well. And just nice, it got reset. Because the way I do it is, I think let me make a video about it as well. On like the windows. So if you set a cron job, let's say you start work at you have work at 9 to 5. Then what you will do is figure out the 5-hour window overlaps. And what I do is I set a cron job that sends hi to Claude to initiate the time window, the rolling 5-hour window at 12 o'clock, and then it will last all the way until 5. And then before that, the morning window, basically we will have 2 windows then, one morning and one afternoon. So by the time it reaches afternoon, it will already have been reset, rather than like starting at like maybe if you start at 11 p.m. then the time will be like something at 4 p.m. then your window is technically only 1. So you actually have only effectively only have one window in that sense. So it's a lot better that you actually spread it out into multiple windows and have the cron job set up such that you will always have usage. Okay, it's asking me to restart the server. Alright, bye man, see ya around. Okay, I'll just restart the server. And then it's asking me to do a hard refresh. And do a recording using the freeze frame. But I'm not even using Chrome though. I'm not even using Chrome. I'll just do that then. What is this? Okay. I don't have any extensions here, so this should work fine. So I'll go into DevTools, Performance, and we'll record. Let me just copy over the... I'm just gonna copy over the password for the local one. This thing isn't working again. I don't know what's up. What's going on today? I am actually critically running out of space on my C drive. It's like 100 gigs left. And a large portion of it I really need to clear, like for my main channel, the editing of like the videos and stuff. I really need to get rid of that so that I can reset the computer. And everything else should be backed up, but I need to back it up safely as well. Okay, I'm locked in. So yeah, it's the same issue on Chrome. So ooh, okay. So I'll just go to performance and hit record. Click the 10 button. Stop. Well, the whole thing is frozen. I can't even... I did that and... Whoa, wait. Seems like it's processing. It's doing something. Or maybe this thing crashed as well. I hope not. That would be damn dumb if like it crashes together. Yeah, I think it might be... It might have crashed or something. Like actually, like... I did that and then the performance is also frozen. Like, I can't do anything, man. Now it's compacting the conversation. Ugh. For the deployment, it's doing a GitHub setup using OAuth. No, the repo is not even public, man. What? Can you set it? Use my GitHub CLI to set it up. Is it possible? What? Did it just crash? It's been deploying for an hour. That's a long time. But at least like the whole process is automated. Okay, I really want to get a scripting to get started, but I can't even because it can't fix the freezing issue, man. Okay, now it's setting up the CI/CD, but I thought CI/CD comes with it though. Does deploy not come with the CI/CD built in? I thought deploy has CI/CD as well. Oh, deploy. Yeah, there is CI/CD for it. So this one should work. It just seems like Fuma docs. It looks so Fuma docs. Deploy. Qualify. This is taking a while. I really want to start on scraping, but I can't. It's stuck on this. The data is like the most important part of this, man. I've already stopped the server, so can you just delete the vid cache then? Do the vid cache, delete the vid cache, and then I'll start the server again. Okay. Now I will start the server again. Okay, now it has set up the CI/CD and it's deploying and checking the status of the deployment on Dogfly. After 1 hour. It's good, at least it's progress, but it's a bit slow. The docs is still missing, man. Where is the docs? By the way, the docs link is still missing from the header. Why is the docs link not there? Like, it's supposed to be from ENV. Okay. Okay, it's trying to debug like what section is coming from. So seems like the page is fine and it came from whatever section. I think it's just gonna add back slowly and see where is this coming from. Add the ENV for me then. You already know like the local host doc link for Fuma docs already. It's on port 4000 I think. Okay. It has removed like the bottom section. So I think it should be fixed now, I hope. Yeah, it's fixed now, man. Clearly, like the data grid is the problem here. I think we just remove the raw sources section, man. I think we just make it a some buttons to like purge the raw sources or something like that. Just enough. We don't need the data table for that. But at least like the data grid here is working. I don't know why is that one not working then. Maybe there's too many or something. So let me just import 50 and see how that goes. Okay, there's some issue with the Docker file that it's now redeploying it. I think we'll end the stream at 5 as well. Because it's there's nothing going on as well. I have nothing to show because everything with like the deployment and stuff, everything is like so sensitive. Man. Wait, now it's working. What? Okay, it managed to scrape. Like, actually managed to... What? But why is none of them published? Publish. Huh? I think there's no issue with this, man. Publish. Man, the button doesn't even work. Can you fix the data grid in the entries data grid? Like the bulk selection, when I press publish, it doesn't do anything. And I believe because of this, like I don't think the other ones are working as well, like the delete buttons. Make sure all of the functions are working, please. And make sure to check the other data grids as well in the admin pages to make sure all of them are the same. Now this page is freezing as well. What? Why is the entries page fine but all the other pages are frozen? Can you fix the users page table? The data grid is like causing the page to freeze when I try to load the page. And the properly working one is in entries page, which is working fine. I don't know why is the users page freezing. If that's the case, other pages might be freezing as well. Okay. Okay, it seems like it's fixed or something. Oh, okay, it's fixed. It's fixed. Oh. Okay. Okay, let me see. Let me check on the deployment. Ah, maybe we need to whitelist the address or something. Because of the DNS, it doesn't work. Because the DNS is not set up yet. Let me just check. I think like if I let me see if I go here. Oh, there's no actions button. Yeah, nothing works, man. I don't think the inline editing also saves anything. Oh, it does save. Okay. Man, the Docker, the server itself only has 2 gigabytes of RAM, and it's like dying because of that. Because the Docker build itself exceeds 2 gigabytes already, and it's now doing swap of 4 gigabytes. I realized we haven't even posted today's one actually. I completely forgot. Let's do that. And threats. Okay, it's day 10. All right. Why is it so slow? On Threads, it's still 55. We've been stuck at 55 for like 10 days already. On TikTok, we have 21, which is from 16. That's a lot. That's a 5. 21 is a 5. On Twitch, is still 8. On YouTube, we have 40 or something. On Instagram, +26. That's a +2. On X, we have 213. That's a +2 as well. Instagram, YouTube. How many is it? 40. Oh, it shows that we're live. Was it always like that? That's cool. No, it doesn't show it here. But now it shows here. And then they like updated the grid here that's like a 3 column now. It used to be 4 columns. That's cool. But it's 40. So earlier was how much? 38? That's a +2. Okay. Alright. And I didn't copy that for X. And I realized I didn't attach an image as well because there's nothing to show anyway. We're still stuck in the same. It's literally still like that. We're literally still like the same as yesterday. It's still like that. Okay. I'll put it on here. Alright. That's that. That's cool. Oh, nice. I didn't know you cannot use codecs on mobile. Now you can. Wait, another CV? Are you kidding me? Or is this like the previous one? Looks like the previous one. This has to be AI. But it's from his account. But it's AI. Oh, okay. This is cool. This is cool. Wow. But it's like a paid service or something. Oh, so it just says that it doesn't like give any other details, is it? Or let's take a look at like some of the other ones. Sentry. Oh, it just says what error is there. That's it. It's built on React, but as in Rust. What does that even mean? Okay. Oh, rock build. Damn. It's like their own subscription. Nice. What's with the laptop then? Oh, just a Windows laptop. Oh, they're making their own app as well. Like everyone is just extracting out into a new app. Like everyone's just abandoning VS Code. And everything just looks the same. Every app just looks the same. But like they're using like billing. There's no one who will use this, man. Unless you will like pay for like API tokens. Wow. It looks cool. What? Isn't this by that YouTuber, by the way? I don't remember this guy. Really? Again? It's a free firewall. Oh, that's interesting. Interesting that it's free though. I'm just to get at that. How does that even work? Yeah. Recost 2. Damn. Wow. Damn. Damn. Is it not WebView? What? I can do this? It's insane though. I've never seen an image in the terminal before. It's still trying to do the deployment, man. And it's also trying to fix the... It's still trying to fix the scraping. I don't know what's taking so long with that. Oh. Like genuinely, I just want to get the scraping started, but I can't. Because I need to publish it as well to actually see the thing. And make sure that the embeds are actually working fine. When it comes with like virtualization as well, if you see the flicker, that's virtualization, man. But this will be so useful. This is gonna be so useful, man. I'm wondering if I should just do the video on the deployment first, because if not, we're just idling around doing nothing. Why not, right? But that might drop the stream on Twitch, which I'm worried about. So it's now the final day of the yeah, it's dropping the stream, man. It's something to do with like, now it's fine. What? I think because I didn't run it as administrator. That might be the reason why, actually. So now is the final day of my 5-day build challenge, where I build update night in 5 days and try to get a sale by the end of the week. So in today's video, we will deploy, and I'll show you a deployment method that is modern and more automated that I don't think anyone is using yet. So this is what we have so far, and I'm still building it on stream today, and this is being deployed right now onto AWS. So what I've done is I set up an AWS account with free startup credits inside, and there is a AWS CLI as well. So I authenticated into the CLI and asked Cloud Code to provision a EC2 instance, which is pretty much just a virtual machine on AWS for us to deploy onto it. And with that, you can either use AWS, or if you prefer Hetzner, then you can go with like the Hetzner CLI as well. This is pretty popular. I'm not sure if OVH has a CLI as well. Yeah, they do have a CLI as well. That's cool. Okay. That's another one that you can use. OVH is very good as well. But I think recently they ran out of availability on the stock availability in Singapore region. And you need to authenticate with your credentials. I don't know how the other ones are doing it. The one I use for AWS is using the root access token, which is not ideal, but you should use an IAM credential and set it up with limited scope and permissions, and then give it to the CLI to authenticate and set everything up. But because my AWS account is pretty new and I don't have anything on it yet, so I'm using a temporary token to set everything up as fast as possible. So now once your server is up, you can ask Cloud Code to connect to set up either Qualify or Deploy. This is how I self-host things nowadays. But usually I've been going to Qualify, and I wanted to try something new. And I heard that Deploy is more, the user interface is more modern and clean, and it's way less intensive on the resource usage. And both of them heavily use Docker because that's the way they do the deployment. And it handles like Vercel like that, where the deployment is automated with CI/CD pipelines through GitHub. So there's an integration with GitHub and you have to connect to it. So once that's set up with either you can choose Qualify or Deploy, once that's up, then everything is very easy from there. You will have a user interface to interact with it, like something like that for Deploy. And you can manage like the web servers, the services as well. You can set up a database as well. There's a lot of different tools that you can use to set up your server through this interface. And Qualify should have one as well, but I don't think they showed it here. Yeah, I don't think they have it anywhere. But both of them are open source as well, which is the great part about this. So Qualify has 55,000 stars, which is more popular than Deploy here, which only has not too much of a difference, but 34,000 stars. And I would say that the one I'm using right now is using Deploy, and this will be the first time I'm trying Deploy as well. If there's a chance, I'll be showing it on stream as well. So once Cloud Code actually set up, you can either use Cloud Code or Cursor or Codex, any of your agent to set up this as well. Wait, I just realized, am I? Yeah. So once that's set up, you can either do it manually through the interface that they have, and they will either that. Oh, and you can even get a €20 free credit from here if you use their referral code here. That's cool. For a new account, I believe. Oh, well. Okay, it says that it's invalid. It's only valid for new customers. So you need a new account for it. So once that's set up, you can either do it manually through the interface here to deploy it yourself if you prefer it to do it manually, or you can ask Cloud Code to authenticate to your deploy or qualify instance through their CLI, which is this one. This is the qualify CLI, and you need to generate an API key through the deploy web interface. You can ask Cloud Code to generate it as well, which is what I did here, and it will just call the API, the endpoint to generate it and hook it up for you. And the qualify CLI here is similar as well. I think it's using a token here as well. Yeah. So what this allows them to do is deploy all of the instances on either qualify or deploy, whichever you choose, and it will set up whatever you need. Just tell it what you need, what databases you need, and they will create a Docker file to help you deploy it onto qualify or deploy, and everything will be just automated here. Like, this is literally what I'm doing here, and it has been doing it for 1 hour already, and I have combined it using the new Go command as well, which is available in both Codex and Cloud Code. And it's very useful. It's still figuring out how it's doing its thing. I'll just let it do its thing. I don't know if I can finish it on stream or not, but you can check out my stream replay for whatever I've did so far. And that's basically it. That is like the whole automated deployment process using either Cloud Code or Codex or Cursor, whichever you prefer, whichever agent you use the most, and just ask it to use all these tools. I'll leave the links in the description as well. If you have something to deploy and you don't want to be locked into some platform or vendor, this is the best way to go right now, especially when there's the knowledge gap on using AWS, and I don't think Hetzner is that bad. Hetzner is very user-friendly already, but if you still prefer to have Cloud Code help you do it, you can have it help you to create, envision, provision the instance, and even help you deploy. And afterwards, when your GitHub repo is actually hooked up into either deploy or qualify, the CI/CD pipeline is already set up automatically like Vercel. So whenever you push a commit into that repo, it will automatically build and deploy itself on your server. I don't think anyone is doing this yet. At least I don't see anyone doing this. This is like the thing that I just found like yesterday, and I thought that this would be pretty cool that we can try. And I'm trying it on stream, and it's super cool that the entire deployment process is automated now. So it used to take a long time. Like, it used to take me half a day to just make a new server and deploy everything. But now everything is automated. It has context to your local files or your env, the entire project context, and use that as the context to deploy and make the server, envision everything. And you can really ask it to recommend whatever that's useful for you, which tier of VPS or AWS EC2 instance is relevant for your current stage. And you can even ask it to help you save costs as well. Look around using your AWS CLI, look around to save if there's any way to save any cost based on your usage, recent usage demands, and analytics to help you save cost. That might be another useful use case as well for AWS. And to bring it one step even further, you can even connect your Cloudflare account using the CLI as well. So if you ask Cloudcode to install the Wrangler CLI here, it's called Wrangler by the way, and this is from the official Cloudflare. And this will help you. And through the CLI, you can have Cloudcode help you connect to your Cloudflare account and hook up all the DNS setup and everything, connect it to your server. Everything can be set up very easily just with Cloudcode. I think that's enough. Okay, I'm gonna record the short form. So if you're interested in more tips like this, follow for more. Did you know that? What did I want to say? This is the easiest. Did you know that you can completely automate the deployment process? Did you know that you can self-host everything? Did you know that this is the one and only way I'm going to deploy things now? This is the only way that I'm going to. I'm not sure what makes sense. This is the only way that I'm going to deploy my projects now. This is the one and only way to automate deployment. This is the only way. This is the one where this is the simplest way to deploy any project. This is the simplest way to self-host and deploy your projects today. And I don't see anyone doing this. And I don't even see anyone doing this. So if you want more tips like this, follow for more. This is the simplest way to self-host and deploy your projects today. All right. So if you want to know more tips like this, follow for more. This is the simplest way to self-host and So if you want to know more tips like this, follow for more. This is the simplest way to self-host and deploy your own projects today. And I don't even see anyone doing this yet. So first you need a server. So you can either go with AWS, Hetzner, or OVH Cloud. And once you have chosen one, you can either install the AWS CLI or the Hetzner Cloud CLI or OVH Cloud CLI. And you can ask Cloudcode to hook it up for you. And you can ask Cloudcode, to hook it up. And whichever And whichever agent you use, either Codex, Cursor, or Cloud Code, or whichever agent that you have, you can ask it to install it for you and hook it up as well to your account. And once your CLI is set up, you can ask Cloud Code to envision, you can ask your agent to provision the server for you and even ask for recommendations of what, and even ask it recommendations of which tier or, and even ask it recommendations of which VPS tier is suitable for your project. Once that's done, ask it to set up either Coolify or Deploy, whichever you prefer. Deploy is more, from what I heard, Deploy is less resource intensive and both has like a versatile experience where you can manage your deployments in a user interface, in a nice and easy user interface as compared to doing it in the terminal. And once you have that set up, ask your agent to set up the Coolify CLI or the Deploy CLI, which will allow your agent to interface with this, which will help your agent interface with either Coolify or Deploy of your choice and help you provision and help you deploy your projects and set everything up. You can even take it a step further by installing the Wrangler CLI from Cloudflare and connect to your Cloudflare account and have it set up your DNS and everything, hook up and set up your DNS and connect it to your server. So if it is still, so the one I'm using for my deployment of my 5-day build challenge is actually AWS with Deploy and Cloudflare Wrangler. And it has been doing, and I combined that with the new Go command in Cloud Code to set up and deploy everything for me. I don't see anyone doing this yet, and this is still very new. Because it has context to what your project is about, your tech stack, and everything that you need. You can ask it for advice. And the best part is, it used to take me the, and the best part is, it just took one, and the best part is, it will just, and the best part is, it will just take 1 to 2 hours to deploy it. And the best part is, it will just take 1 to 2 hours to deploy it. Whereas in the past, when we do it manually, it would take like half a day to the entire day to actually deploy something. Okay, I think it's a mess because there's so many to cover. I'm not sure if that really covered everything as well. And it's still trying to... Now it's still fixing the Docker file, by the way. Okay. I'm going to edit that 2 videos first. And especially, I think we should edit a short first, man. That's a mess. I feel like there was a lot more things I could have said, but let me just edit it and see what else we can add in as well. And that'll be that. Oh, it succeeded in deploying actually. Let me just provide an example. I guess I can screenshot something and use it as an example as well. That'll be good. Okay. There's a lot of logos that I need to add in as well. So follow for more. Way to self-host your own projects today. First, you need a server. So if you want to know more tips like this, okay, and we will cut here and move it behind. Huh? Okay, then we'll cut this. And the caption is gone. Come on. The title and the caption is gone, man. Let me just check. Today's video, I'm not sure what time it comes out actually. Maybe I should reschedule it into like a different, I don't know. Because if not, there'll be so many videos. So the one tonight is at 9 p.m. So I guess we can just upload our regular one, which is the one that we just recorded at 7 p.m. and then the 9 p.m. will come out. And then tomorrow we'll have 2 videos as well. Okay. And I need to get back my captions. There we go. Let's generate the captions. Meanwhile, let me download the logos and convert them to PNGs first so that I can use it in CapCut. So AWS. AWS. Top layer. Qualify. No. Hetzner. Deploy. I need to get it from here then. Or is there one in the homepage? No, not this then. The OVH as well. I need the AWS, we have it. Hetzner, we don't. What? But I think it's an SVG, man. I don't know if it's an SVG or not. Yeah, it is an SVG. Oh, just download it. Okay. And OVH logo. Okay. OVH and qualify logo. And deploy. Logo. Is that not a transparent version of it? What? Guess we'll just remove the background then. And I think I need the CLI. What is it? What was it, man? Ah, the agents. Cursor. Plot code. Codex. All right. All right. And I'll convert them to PNG. Okay. Then we will import everything in. Okay. Okay. All right. This is the simplest way to self-host and let me just move these to the back while I translate this to the template. Is it this one? Yeah. They move it back to the top. That's good. It was like hidden at the bottom, man. This is so inconsistent. Shadow. Like that. This is the simplest way to self-host and deploy your own projects today. And I don't even see anyone doing this yet. All right. Do the keyframe here and at 2 seconds. Keyframe there. 0. So I'll bump it up to 120. Okay. Show all presets. Self-host and deploy your own projects. I don't even. And we can exit this. This is the simplest way to self-host and deploy your own projects today. And I don't even see anyone doing this yet. So you can either go with AWS, Hetzner, or first you need a server. So you can either go with AWS and then we'll extract the audio here. Let's do that. Oh, it's been active for 2 hours, by the way. Damn. This is the simplest way to self-host and deploy your own projects today. And I don't even see anyone doing this yet. First, you need a server. And then we can trim this part. First, you need a server. So you can either go with AWS. Where is AWS? Here. Okay. AWS, Hetzner, or OVH. AWS. A. AWS. Go with AWS, Hetzner, or OVH Cloud. And then we will just put it down. Either go with AWS, Hetzner, or OVH Cloud. This one, I think it's a bit blurred. So let me just tone it down a bit more. I think this one, is there any way to override the color into like white or something? Yeah, blue. Wait, is that not? Is that not it? That did nothing. I'll just leave it then. AWS, Hetzner, or OV Hatsume. What? Hetzner. AWS, Hetzner, or OVH Cloud. And
Hetzner.
once you have chosen one, you can either install the AWS CLI or the Hetzner Cloud CLI. And then that will be this. How should I do it? Like that? Um, okay. Then the Hetzner CLI here. OVH CLI here. Qualify. I don't know qualify and deploy if I want to use this or not. So we can do that. And the deploy CLI as well. And Wrangler. I don't know how they'll look like. And qualify. Let me just go qualify. Qualify IO. Like that. And we'll dump it in here. Install the AWS. You can either install the AWS. AWS CLI or Hetzner CLI or OVH Cloud CLI. I think we have to put the logo, man, again. AWS CLI, AWS CLI. Install the AWS CLI or the Hetzner CLI or the Hetzner Cloud CLI or OVH Cloud CLI. And you can ask for the AWS CLI. And then these ones, we will have to move it up here. And I will do a what? Even more. Wait, what? Hetzner OVH. And I think we need to zoom it out a bit. So you can either go with AWS, Hetzner, or OVH Cloud. And once you have chosen one, you can and we'll trim or that. OVH Cloud. And once you have chosen one, you can either install the AWS CLI or the Hetzner Cloud CLI or OVH Cloud CLI. And you can ask Cloud Code to hook it up for you. And you can ask Cloud and we'll cut it here. And you can ask Cloud Code to hook it up. And whichever agent you Whichever agent you use, either codec, cursor, what? Kodak, cursor, or cloud code, or whichever. This is where the logos of the agents come in, which is here, here, and here. So it was in this order, I think. You use either codec, it up as. Why is codec so blur? Codec, cursor, either codec, cursor, or cloud code, or whichever agent that you have, cursor or cloud code, or whichever agent that you have. You can ask it to install it for you and hook it up as well to your account. And once your CLI is set up, man, the codecs one. I need another converter for this. This one is unreliable because it just takes whatever the size of the SVG is and it does the direct conversion. This one I can set the resolution because PNG is infinitely scalable. So what I'm doing here is setting like 500 pixels because it doesn't really matter. It's infinite anyway. So, all right, this should be the correct one. Yup. And zoom it out. CLI. Whichever agent you use, either codec, cursor, or cloud code, or whichever agent that you have, you can ask it to install it for you and hook it up as well to your account. And once your CLI is set up, you can ask cloud code to envision, you can ask your agent to set up, you can ask CLI is set up, you can ask your agent to provision the server for you and even ask for recommendations of what and even ask it for you and even ask it recommendations of which tier or and even ask it recommend. It's not even here. Server for you and even ask it recommendations of which VPS tier is suitable for your project. Once that's done, ask it to set up either Qualify or Dogply, whichever you prefer. Qualify or Dogploy, and then we need the logos here. So I need to remove the background then. Ask it to set up and I'll just crop it away. Can I not you do a freeform crop? What? Yes, yes. Here. That's that. There. What? Either qualify or qualify or man, this one is not easy to edit. Or dot either qualify or dotply, whichever you prefer. Qualify or dotply, whichever you prefer. or deploy, whichever you prefer. Deploy is more I think we'll just exclude this, man. This part of like the user experience and stuff. It's too, and both has like a versatile mm, and both has like a versatile experience where you can manage your deployments in a user interface in a nice and easy user manage your deployments in a user interface. Man, this one has a lot of things to cut. In a nice and your deployments in a nice and easy deployments and manage your deployments in a nice your deployments in a nice in a nice and deployments in a nice and deployments in a nice and easy user interface as compared to doing it in the terminal and interface as compared to doing an easy user interface as compared to doing it in the terminal. And once you have that set up, ask your agent to I need the Vercel logo as well. Oh, I didn't set the resolution actually. I don't know if it will do fine or not. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. Let me pull it up here. For qualify. Both has like a Vercel experience where you can manage your deployment. Vercel experience. Like a Vercel experience where you can manage your deployments in a nice and easy your deployments in a nice and manage your deployments in a nice and I don't know how to trim this, man. Your deployments in a nice manage your deployments in a nice and easy your deployments in a nice and easy in a nice your deployments in a nice and easy I guess we have to deployment in a nice and easy deployment in a nice and easy deployments in a nice and easy user deployment in a nice and easy user interface as compared to doing it in the terminal. And once you have that set up, ask your agent to set up the Qualify CLI or the deploy Qualify CLI, deploy CLI. Wow, this video is so difficult to do, man. Set up the Qualify CLI or the deploy CLI, which will allow you. Are we even making progress here? Wait, there's no audio? Oh, I think because it's muted I was muted on Twitch and Kick, man. But YouTube is fine because I'm using two different software. Qualify CLI, set up the Qualify CLI or the deploy CLI, which will allow your agent, the deploy CLI, which will allow your agent to interface with this, which will help your agent. What? Deploy CLI, which will help your agent interface with either Qualify or deploy of your choice. Qualify, I feel like it's too complicated. Like the video, there's too many choices, and help you provision and help. That's the whole problem with this video. Choice and help you deploy your projects and set everything up. You can even take it everything up. You can even take it everything up. You can even take it a step further by installing the Wrangler CLI from Cloudflare. Wrangler CLI. Installing the Wrangler CLI from Cloudflare. Wait, it doesn't even have the logo. What? I might just get this, man. I'll just get this part. And we'll put it here. Installing the Wrangler CLI from Cloudflare. Cloudflare, come on, where is it? Cloudflare. I think we'll just export this video and we'll just end the Wrangler CLI from Cloudflare. I didn't expect this one to take so long. Installing the Wrangler CLI from Cloudflare and connect to Cloudflare and connect to your Cloudflare account and have it set up your DNS and everything, hook up and set up your DNS and connect it to your server. And have it Alright, thanks man. I don't know why there's no captions for this. Account and set up your DNS and connect it to your server. So if it is still, so the one I'm using for my deployment of to your server. So the one I'm using for my deployment of my 5-day build challenge is actually AWS with deploy and deploy, Cloudflare Wrangler, and actually I should merge these two words together. Come on. Alright. And AWS with deploy with Cloud Code and deploy. Yeah. And I'll have to move everything here. And Cloudflare Wrangler as well. AWS with deploy. AWS with deploy and Cloudflare Wrangler. Is actually AWS with deploy and Cloudflare Wrangler. And it has been doing, and I combined that with the new go command in Cloud. Cloud should be here. Okay. Then I combine that with the new go command in Cloud and Cloud Code in Cloud Code to set up and trim this down. Cloud Code to set up and deploy everything for me. I don't see anyone I don't see anyone doing this yet, and this is still very new because it has context to what your project is about, your tech stack, and everything that you need. You can ask it for advice, and the best part is it uses for advice, and the best part is it used to the best part is here. I've got it. And the best part is it will just take 1 to 2 hours to deploy it, whereas in a okay, actually I can screenshot that like my actual Cloud Code message. I have it here. It will just take 1 to 2 it will just take 1 to 2 hours to deploy it, whereas in the past when we do it manually, it would take like half a day to the entire day to actually deploy something. Okay. And then we'll just cut it down here and trim this, deploy something. So if you want to know more tips like this, follow for more. Alright, that's a pretty long ass video. That's a super long video. This is the simplest way to self-host and deploy your own projects today, and I don't even see anyone doing this yet. First, you need a server, so you can either go with AWS, Hetzner, or OVH Cloud. And once you have chosen one, you can either install the AWS CLI or the Hetzner Cloud CLI or OVH Cloud CLI. Whichever agent you use, either Codex, Cursor, or Cloud Code, or whichever agent that the whole time. Oh my god. Doing this. Okay, let's restart from the start. This is the simplest way to self-host and deploy your own projects today, and I don't even see anyone doing this yet. First, you need a server, so you can either go with AWS, Hetzner, or OVH Cloud. And once you have chosen one, you can either install the AWS CLI
Okay, let me just
or the
alternate
Hetzner Cloud
the-
CLI, or where
I'm just gonna alternate the zoom, man. Here. This. And I'll just leave it as that. So it will alternate the zoom then.
This is the simplest way This is the simplest way to self-host and deploy your own projects today, and I don't even see anyone doing this yet. First, you need a server, so you can either go with AWS, Hetzner,
Most OP way. I guess.
This is the simplest way to self-host and deploy your own projects today, and I don't even see anyone doing this yet. First, you need a server, so you can either go with AWS, Hetzner, or OVH Cloud. And once you have chosen one, you can either install the AWS CLI or the Hetzner Cloud CLI or OVH Cloud CLI. Whichever agent you use, either Codex, Cursor, or Cloud Code, or whichever agent that you have, you can ask it to install it for you and hook it up as well to your account. And once your CLI is set up, you can ask your agent to provision the server for you and even ask it recommendations of which VPS tier is suitable for your project. Once that's done, ask it to set up either Qualify or Deploy, whichever you prefer. And both has like a versatile experience where you can manage your deployment in a nice and easy user interface as compared to doing it in the terminal. And once you have that set up, ask your agent to set up the Qualify CLI or the Deploy CLI, which will help your agent interface with either Qualify or Deploy of your choice and help you deploy your projects and set everything up. You can even take it a step further by installing the Wrangler CLI from Cloudflare and connect to your Cloudflare account and set up your DNS and connect it to your server. So the one I'm using for,
I realize like the captions don't show for unless I split it into two, man.
what?
Cloudflare. Cloudflare.
and set everything up. You can even take it a step further by installing the Wrangler CLI from Cloudflare and connect to your Cloudflare account and set up your DNS and connect it to your server. So the one I'm using for my deployment of my 5-day build challenge is actually AWS with .ploy and Cloudflare Wrangler. And I combined that with the new Go command in Cloud Code to set up and deploy everything for me. I don't see anyone doing this yet, and this is still very new because it has context to what your project is about, your tech stack, and everything that you need. You can ask it for advice. And the best part is, it will just take 1 to 2 hours to deploy it. Whereas in the past, when we do it manually, it would take like half a day to the entire day to actually deploy something. So if you want to know more tips like this, follow for more. That's a very long short though. It's so long. You can either okay, I'll just export that and then that'll be that. And once this is done, I will quickly cut the long form one as well. And it's still deploying, by the way. Let me just check if the scraper is fixed. Ah, the docs is there now. Okay. What? This is the simplest way to self-host and deploy your own projects. Okay. Let me just check one round of the video while I close this and import the video. Which is it's only one video, is it? And I'll just let it cut first. Okay. Let's take a look at this one. It's like copy
way
to self-host
because I've been just copying the same CapCut project.
This is the simplest way to self-host and deploy your own projects today. And I don't even see anyone
Why is it like lagging then?
doing this yet. First, you need a server. So you can either go with AWS,
Oh my god.
Hetzner, or OVH Cloud. And once you have chosen one, you can either install the AWS CLI or the Hetzner. This is the simplest.
What? I can't even like preview this, bro. It's so laggy.
way to self-host and deploy your own projects today. And I don't even see anyone doing this yet. This is the simplest way to self-host and deploy your own projects today. And I don't even. This is the simplest way to self-host.
Oh my god, come on, man. Wait, did I? Oh, it's done already. That's fast. Okay, the scraper. Let's see. Not the scraper. The entries. Oh my god. Okay. We froze a bit there again. Let me see if we can publish this. Still not working though. Like it did that for like half an hour and still not working. Man, I literally just select like even one and publish. Nothing is being published, man. Come on.
What? Okay, delete. And there were few places to cut as well. So challenge where I built update night, where I built. So in today's video, so now is the final day of my 5-day build challenge where I built update night in 5 days and try to get a sale by the end of the week. So in today's video, we will deploy and I'll show you a I think we need to move this part to the end, whichever you prefer. And that's yeah, this part to the end. Then I can trim that. Yeah. Let me just do a first cut export of this with captions. Host and deploy your own projects. This is the simplest way to self-host and deploy your own projects today. Why does it look like so laggy? This is the simplest way to self-host and deploy your own projects today. And I don't even... Is it a video itself? This is the simplest way to self-host and deploy your own projects. This is the simplest way to self-host and deploy your own projects today. And I don't even see anyone doing this yet. First, you need a server. So you can either go with AWS, Hetzner, or OVH Cloud. And this is the simplest way to self-host and deploy your own projects today. And I don't even see anyone doing this yet. First, you need a server. So you can either go with AWS, Hetzner, or OVH Cloud. And once you have chosen one, you can either install the AWS CLI or the Hetzner Cloud CLI or OVH Cloud CLI, whichever agent you use. This is the simplest way to self-host and deploy your... I'm just gonna... This is the simplest way to self-host and deploy your own projects today. And I don't even see anyone doing this yet. First, you need a server. So you can either go with AWS, Hetzner, or OVH Cloud. And once you have chosen one, you can either install the AWS CLI or the Hetzner Cloud CLI or OVH Cloud CLI, whichever agent you use, either Codec, Cursor, or CloudCode, or whichever agent that you have. You can ask it to install it for you and hook it up as well to your account. And once your CLI is set up, you can ask your agent to provision the server for you and even ask it recommendations of which VPS tier is suitable for your project. Once that's done, ask it to set up either Qualify or Dotply, whichever you prefer. And both has like a versatile experience where you can manage your deployment in a nice and easy user interface as compared to doing it in the terminal. And once you have that set up, ask your agent to set up the Qualify CLI or the Dotply CLI, which will help your agent interface with either Qualify or Dotply of your choice and help you deploy your projects and set everything up. You can even take it a step further by installing the Wrangler CLI from Cloudflare and connect to your Cloudflare account and set up your DNS and connect it to your server. So the one I'm using for my deployment of my 5-day build challenge is actually AWS with Dotply and Cloudflare Wrangler. And I combine that with the new Go command in Cloud to set up and deploy everything for me. I don't see anyone doing this yet, and this is still very new because it has context to what your project is about, your tech stack, and everything that you need. You can ask it for advice. And the best part is it will just take 1 to 2 hours to deploy it, whereas in the past when we do it manually, it will take 1 to 2 hours to deploy it. Whereas is there any... Best part is it will just take 1 to 2 hours to deploy it, whereas in the past when we do it manually, it will take like half a day to the entire day to actually deploy something. So if you want to know more tips like this, follow for more. All right. And then I'll just export this as well. Oh. All right. Export that. So it's still fixing the... Okay, let me try this. Publish. No tools, man. Man. What is going on? It's frozen again. Ah, the documentation is up. Okay. I'm just gonna look at this and then we'll end the stream from here. Select all, publish. No, I don't see anything appearing, man. Can you ask advisor for help? Okay, we'll end the stream here. It sucks that we still can't get like the scraper to work, man. That's like the most important part. At least we have like some progress with like the deployment already, so that's that. That's a good thing. So it's been running for almost 3 hours, by the way. And I'll publish a short now. And the long form one, once it's cut, it will be up at 7 p.m. as well. And there's another video at 9 p.m. as well. So thanks for tuning in today. And I think there might be a stream tomorrow. We'll see again. And it might be an extended stream and we'll just polish up everything here. So that's it. I'll see you again tomorrow.
I surrender. There's no more falling down. I've hit the ground, so I surrender. And I There's no more falling down. I've hit the ground. You don't owe me anything, but I believe that you can show me all the things that I've been needing. I'm just hoping you give me a reason to go on. And I'm still running from my demons. I'm still hiding all my secrets. And I just need someone I believe in. Will you wait for me while I'm still healing? You know what to say every time I start to slip away. And I
So now is
surrender.